up, YouTube? My name is Zach with Android Digest, and today I'm going to be talking about the Samsung Galaxy Tab S5e, and in particular, how the Galaxy Tab S5e handles Fortnite. A lot of you have been asking, how does this play Fortnite? How does it work on this Tab S5e? Well, I want to show you here first the graphics menu of Fortnite on the Tab S5e. You could see these are the default settings. You see it normally would play on low graphics quality. It is on 30 frames per second. It could go on 20 as well. And there's this little 3D resolution setting that you can change as well. I'm just going to start off for now with the basic settings. And my goal here in this video, I really want to just show you how it looks and really how it plays, what type of hiccups you might face as you do play it. And I really just want to be quirky and goofy. I'm not going to do a ton of editing in this video. I don't want to spend a ton of time on that part of it. I really just want to relax and have fun. I want to joke, have a lot of dry humor, a lot of things that I really don't get in a lot of my other videos. You know, I like to just deliver a lot of good quality content and reviews. I like to save you guys money. I like to save all of you good money and really help you find great deals. But you know what? I really just want to show you how this works and play it. And in the meantime, I'll just give some quirky commentary. And hey, I will give some informative stuff as well. Probably which is where I'm going to start because, you know, I'm looking at the graphics here just to start off. And okay, this person does deserve a pickaxe to the face. Well, sorry, don't hit women with pickaxes to the face. Okay. So as we start off this video, you can see the graphics have been looking a little grainy, and maybe that's something that you noticed. And I'm a little bit surprised, to be honest. You know, I've got the Tab S5e. The Tab S5e is very good as far as performance. I'd say it's about 90% of the speed of the Galaxy Tab S4. Now that is processing power, right? So the GPU is completely different than the processor, and that really controls how well something games. So we have to keep that in mind. And I will say, when you are comparing the Tab S5e to something like the Tab S4, the Tab S4 has a significantly better GPU for gaming. So that is something I knew, but with how well this tab performed like day to day through like everything I do, it was like neck and neck with the Tab S4. So I'm a little surprised to see the graphics the way they are. And maybe one reason why the graphics are this bad. A lot of Android app developers, and I hate talking about Android, but look, I think this issue when we talk about apps being developed for tablets and people say how poorly optimized they are for the Tab S5e, I think that's a little overblown. And I think tablet apps do work pretty well overall. I don't really notice a lot of big differences, but I will say there are some apps out there. I really don't want to die, okay? I want to look great on my first video for you. So I'm getting shot at, but I'm going to live. Okay, first off, let's go back. Rule number 1, don't run at someone with a gun. Okay, just don't do it. I want to teach you something. And that's why I ran at that person with a gun. It's not that I'm bad at Fortnite. It's not that I have no skills. It's not even that I don't really play mobile games. I mean, obviously not. It's clearly because I wanted to teach you a lesson. And that's don't run at people with a gun. Rule number 2, don't run at someone with a gun twice. And if you run at someone with a gun twice, you will die. You know, shame on you if you run at someone with a gun once, and shame on you again if you run at them again with a gun. So, obviously, that's why. Okay, look, guys, I don't really play Fortnite very much on mobile, so forgive me for that. If you are a Fortnite enthusiast, you are probably infuriated watching me play. That's why I want you to focus on the graphics and the quality of the game. And don't focus on me, okay? I am absolutely terrible at mobile games, period. But I'm especially terrible at Fortnite mobile. I haven't really played a lot of it. I really just wanted to do this video to help you out. So you can see I'm just not very good at that part of it. What is this loud infernal racket? You know, people, I feel like an old man, okay, who is annoyed by all this loud music and dancing. And someone's on my lawn right now. Okay, so anyway, back to my commentary a little bit. So I do know there are some app developers who are a little bit lazy, and I am probably going to adjust the graphics settings here in a second. But some app developers are a little lazy with how they, develop apps, and they develop them for phones. They develop them for these really small screens, and then they have to stretch those apps out to work on tablets. And that can really show a decrease in graphics quality, perhaps. So it's not something I know for sure, but it's just something I'm guessing could be the case with this. So it is possible. So one thing I think it looks like I can't even change the quality of the graphics on low. Looks like they're stuck on low. So one thing to know, if you have the Tab S5e, you cannot change the graphics beyond low. That is the normal setting, and that is the setting you will keep, which is sort of a bummer because I admit the graphics are a little grainy, and one reason why I believe that is the case is because, again, maybe the app developer was a little lazy and didn't really develop the app for tablets specifically. And I know iPad is a little bit better with that, so perhaps, there are some iPads that, I know iPads in general might be a little better for gaming anyway at this price point, but yeah, I would say the graphics aren't really looking great, if I'm honest. They're not great, but the game is playable. So if you were looking for Fortnite to be playable in these settings, I think you will find that the game is playable, right? It seems pretty smooth. I don't see a ton of hiccups. So if you were like wanting the Tab S5e as a primary tablet for day-to-day use, it is very fast. I would say it's very quick. It's not quicker than the Tab S6 or something like that, but it's still, like I said, it's about 90% of the speed of the Tab S4. It's pretty fast, but when it comes to gaming, it's not quite as good. So we should try turning up this 3D resolution here. Obviously, I can't turn up the regular graphics, but if we turn up that resolution there, and we could really see how this plays and really see how the graphics go now. Looks like that setting does, from what I saw, it does increase, which is a good thing. It does increase the graphics a little bit in a different way. It looks like I said it just worked in-game, so not really something you'd see in the menus. So something to check out, and as you're playing, you might want to play with some of these settings. Another setting to play with is the frames per second. A theory I have a little bit, if you have a higher frames per second, obviously to have the game refresh faster, you really need to lower graphics, right? So perhaps having a lower frames per second might actually help your game look a little bit better, maybe if you bump down to 20 frames per second. So that's something I would play with those settings. I'm not an expert by any means on these. So yeah, it's not really something I would know for sure, but just something to keep in mind. So yeah, look at this. Look at my pitiful map. Two things, okay? Obviously, I haven't played much. But I've got these beautiful streamers. Obviously, I earned those through hard work. Countless hours playing Fortnite. Yeah, I admit, alright? I'm sorry if you were getting frustrated watching me as a Fortnite enthusiast. Maybe you watch some Twitch streamers that just destroy people. But, everyone loves an underdog. Think of Rudy, okay? Think of Radio. Have you ever watched Radio? There are some great underdogs in our time. Think of Happy Gilmore, okay? Think of how much of an underdog he was. And, I really think I have a shot at this game. And I'm already seeing a little bit of extra lag here because of the graphics, but it does look a little bit better. I will say that. The textures do look a little bit better than they did before. Okay, this is going to be a new start. Die, die, die. Come on. I killed someone who has a gun with a pickaxe. Is that not one of the best feelings you could have in Fortnite? It is a new day, ladies and gentlemen. I showed up to this game and you were laughing at my skills. But now it is a new day because I have a gun and no one wants to see a woman with a gun. Especially your wife, okay? Be careful. Be careful, guys. I love my wife, but you know what? I don't want to see her with a gun one day pointing it at me. So luckily Fortnite isn't a game with spouses playing. Well, maybe there are some, but you know what? Just pretend I'm a very angry person. I just got cheated on, okay? I'm about to dig a key into the side of someone's four-wheel drive. It's about to go down. And this is a new day for me, right? I'm going to rise from the ashes of my terrible, terrible gameplay, and you're going to see a new person as the underdog is truly going to win here. I'm taking very heavy fire, but I'm confident in my abilities. And that's another lesson, ladies and gentlemen. You have to be confident. So you just have to run after it. You have to go after your dreams. Well, that's another lesson and the reason why I said all those things, it wasn't in doing all that and dying. I didn't die because I'm bad at Fortnite. The reason why I really died was I wanted to teach you a lesson, and that is you might have these lofty dreams, okay, but you know those kids that have dreams of being an astronaut and stuff like that, and then you end up like working at, a food processing plant? I don't know. I'm not saying that's a bad thing, but the point is we can't all be astronauts, okay? And you could have a dream of being a president, but there's only one president every term, okay? You have to be realistic with your dreams and goals. And if you're like me and you're bad at Fortnite, be realistic about it, okay? So with that being said, I've loved this video. It's been fun just being goofy and sarcastic and just weird. So thank you for listening to my dry humor. Thank you for watching this video. Hey, feel free to give me a like and subscribe and support this channel. And yeah, my thoughts at the end of this video, the graphics were not great on the Tab S5e, but the game did play pretty smooth overall. And if you adjust some of those settings, you can make the graphics better, like that 3D slider there. Just keep in mind when you adjust that, you might have a little more lag. So hopefully this helps you if you were looking to get a tablet. I would recommend if you really want heavy gaming especially on Fortnite. I think you may see better gaming performance on some other games, especially a lot of other games. But Fortnite's pretty demanding, so you need at least 3 gigabytes of RAM to play it. It's a little more demanding than some other games. So yeah, you can play it on low settings. You might have a little bit better luck with maybe PUBG or some other games. But you know what? I taught you some valuable lessons, and hey, maybe I learned a few myself. Maybe I'm not so perfect at Fortnite after all. So hopefully you liked this. Hopefully this helped you really decide if this tablet is worth buying for you. Feel free to leave any questions, comments, suggestions. I'm always happy to help. I'm very responsive to those. And you can also, on top of all that, feel free to as well just, give me a like and subscribe. Like I said, it does help out. So thank you so much. We really appreciate the support. Hope you have a fantastic day and have a fantastic week, y'all.